UK Wigan Borough. Let's change how we age. Welcome to the Bright Days Storyteller Series. In this series, we'll be sitting down with members from our activities, people just like you and me, who have a story to tell. These may be stories of resilience, joy, humour, or life lessons learned along the way. At Bright Days, we believe that everyone has a story worth sharing. Our community is filled with experiences, memories and journeys that inspire, connect and remind us of the power of people coming together. Through their words, we hope you'll discover the heart of Bright Days, a place where friendships grow, voices are heard and every story matters. Today's story is about a member of our jammers group who makes cigar box guitars. Hi, my name is Steve Rowe and I'm the Bright Days team leader working for Age UK Wigan Borough. And today we're recording the very first Storytellers video of the Bright Days series. And today I'm with someone who is a member of the Jammers group and he's going to introduce himself and tell you about an amazing hobby that he has. It might not even be a hobby, is it?
That's a good question. Are you supposed to enjoy a hobby?
Anyway, I'll let him introduce himself and then hopefully you can tell us the reason why you started to build the guitars.
Okay, Steve, thanks very much. Well, my name's John, as you've heard, and I'm a member of the Jammers group. I've been playing with them for about 7 years now, and after I've been playing with them for about 6 months, we did a charity gig at the Old Courts in Wigan. And one of the other acts that was on at that night was a duo called Chonkin Feckle.
Chonkin Feckle.
Chonkin Feckle. And I kind of knew him a little bit because the drummer used to clean my chimney.
No, what's the chances?
What's the chances? And so anyway, the guitarist was playing a cigar box guitar, and it was just fantastic. And I was so taken with it that I thought, I've got to have one of these. So I came home thinking I was going to buy one, and I looked online and it basically said, you know what, you should be building your own, not relying on somebody else for one of these. And so that's what I did, Steve, but
Amazing.
It took a long time.
I bet. I bet.
Just to learn what to do.
Amazing. Well, that's interesting to think that you looked at something that you wanted and you didn't buy it, you just kind of made it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the next thing maybe you could tell everyone is what was the first guitar you ever built, and do you actually still have it?
Yes, Steve, I do have the guitar. The first one I ever built, and this is it. And it took quite a while to make this, because first of all I started to try and find a cigar box that I could build a guitar out of, and they were like hen's teeth. I looked everywhere for a cigar box, and I tried buying them on eBay and always lost the bids. So in the end I bought this little box, which I didn't know whether it would do or not, but it's actually turned out fine. And it took about 6 weeks, but that was after several months of learning about how to start. But this is still playable. I still play it fairly regularly at the Jammers, and it's one of my favourites. This one I will never sell.
John, I've noticed that the guitars, some of them, they have different types of wood, and I'm also wondering, would that make a difference to the sound of the guitar?
Okay. The reason the wood looks different sometimes is that I find bits of wood all over the place in skips or wherever. But as far as the sound's concerned, all the guitars are electric. So really, the wood makes no difference whatsoever. they're all electric. If I was to try and build an acoustic guitar, I'd be looking for tone woods and all sorts of things, and that would cost money, and it'd be using new stuff, and I want to build guitars using old stuff. The necks are generally made out of oak, but I make them sometimes out of kitchen worktops or just bits of wood I've picked up here or there, but I try and keep them at oak because it's a good strong wood and takes the pressure of the tension of the strings.
Okay, John, you just mentioned that you actually can make guitars from a worktop. Can you expand a bit on that, please?
I certainly can. This is one which is made virtually all out of an offcut from a kitchen worktop. My mate Paul from the Jammers, who plays bass in the Jammers, he turned up with this during COVID for me. That had just been cut off a piece that he was having fitted in his kitchen, and I thought it was perfect for me because when I was a kid I tried to make a guitar and I didn't manage it, but this was the shape of the guitar, so this was exactly the width and the length of the piece, and I thought this is ideal. So I whittled away at it, and that's what I got in the end, and it's all kitchen worktop apart from a bit I've done to fill in the back and a little bit of wood for the fingerboard, but that's it.
Wonderful. So that is a worktop guitar?
It's a worktop guitar, not a cigar box.
How long would it normally take to build a guitar from start to finish?
Okay, well, I'm a busy lad, Steve, but I try and make them try and make them as quickly as I can. The average guitar takes me about 6 weeks. Not because I'm working on it all the time, but because that's what it takes me. The fastest I've ever made one is a week and a half.
Wow.
And to be honest with you, that was a little bit too fast. So I reckon 6 weeks generally is what it takes me.
That's amazing. I mean, to think you can build like something as good as that in 6 weeks, I'm impressed.
Well, I'm glad you're impressed, Steve, but there's all sorts of things that you've got to do. It's stuff. Every neck's got 4 layers of Danish oil on it, and it has to dry and cure, so these things all take time.
They do indeed, but the result is absolutely marvellous. Another compliment, unbelievable.